Welcome to a reading that may be a bit different from the tarot readings you've expected to see so far. I do psychology research and AI development and have a focused interest in narratives. And I'm a reader, but I never say that I'm connected to some supernatural powers. I have hesitated for a long time to do these types of readings because it felt that I'd be a charlatan selling people things that don't make sense, that I don't believe in. But I do believe in the power of stories. And I do believe in the power of rituals. And I do believe in sharing my own experiences. And one thing that I have found very important with all of my readings, when I offer them to clients or to friends, is that you will find the meaning through the associative process of the cards. The tarot cards that I'm going to use as we start this ritual are cards that I've designed myself. Have not drawn them, but I have developed the metaphysics, and they are Qybala Utopia tarot cards. And I'm excited to bring this to you and see what ideas this sparks in your mind. The idea is that this should be a process that is a free association where I share with you things from my intuition as they come to me, and you should trust that somewhere here there's a message for you, that this has found you at the right time, and that you will be able to understand the message and what it means in a way that is particular to you. In my experience, this always happens because the cards are so symbolic and so general that inevitably there will be matches. So with that, and without me complaining about things further, let me see what is your message for today. And it seems that the message for today starts with a milestone, with the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands talks about reaching a certain point in your development. This is you celebrating something. Maybe this is an achievement. And I think that it's an achievement because right next to it, it's covering the universe. This card symbolizes endings of cycles. And the universe in this case could be that you're celebrating because you've really, come to the end of a line. Maybe you reached a conclusion. Maybe you have, accepted a new path in life. In my case, one thing is to overcome my shyness about doing this. The tarot readings in this collective way, I mean. But it could be whatever gets you out of your comfort zone. It could be asking someone out that you didn't dare. It could be asking for a raise, going for a new job, all of those things. But one thing that is clear is that there's a milestone that needs to be celebrated, and there is a completion that we are looking at here. So, with that, to clarify this even more, let's see, what else do we have? I'm getting here the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles might be like, okay, you might not be super sure what is this new path exactly, maybe what is this new project. It could be very well that this whole Four of Wands, the universe situation, this is not the end of the road. This is just maybe an intermediate milestone. There's still plenty to do and plenty to go. You're kind of inexperienced here. But with the Page of Pentacles, I feel like the message that I always take from it is you need to do the first step. And it's okay to not know at the beginning, and it's very much okay to get help. And we all need that. The important thing is to not get, ahead of ourselves. Like when we think that we think we're not the Page of Pentacles, we're the King of Pentacles, or we're someone, more mature, more advanced, more developed. And then we just waste resources because we don't have the humility to know our limitations. I think that's an important one because so often that is, yeah, that is just lacking these days, humility. And no, I don't think you can fake it till you make it. But that said, there is something here important about your long-term vision with the 11 of Wands. This is one of my Qybala Tarot cards, and the 11 of Wands in this case reflects vision. This character is going somewhere, and this somewhere, here you can see it better. This somewhere is in the distance, but they're gonna cross the river. They're gonna cross over into the horizon. They're gonna, even if the path becomes unclear to them, they will still cross it because they know they're being led to a place based on their true self, maybe their authentic wishes. And I could tell you that being an entrepreneur and taking risks to build things, this is often how things are. Sometimes your ideas might not make sense for other people, but you need to pursue that, and it's okay. And I feel like this could be still that, you've maybe achieved a lot already on your journey. There's maybe something that has ended here, like some sort of milestone reached, and like, okay, like a previous outdated thing doesn't make sense anymore. And you get to understand, okay, like I still have so much to do. I still have so much to learn. But the 11 of Wands here is encouraging the Page of Pentacles to just trust and also go for it, do it, execute it. No idea is going to turn into reality unless it, is followed by work. I don't buy this manifestation stuff where you just sit back and, the universe will give you things. That seems very unlikely to me. It's not been my experience. I've had to work for it, and no, I don't think this is because this has been my chosen experience. And indeed, the Moon comes out as the next card. And yeah, I feel like here the Moon very specifically warns against this point about the uncertainty that sort of are implicit and unavoidable in any journey into the unknown. Anything where we go outside of our comfort zone is going to trigger fears, is going to, require from us to make choices from a place of, not having every single thing clear. But I think the important thing here also is to keep your calm and go about it step by step. And the message, in my view here, looking at the sequence of the Page of Pentacles, looking towards the 11 of Wands, it is about your vision. I think that some people here, if you're watching this and you're unsure about pursuing your vision, you should do that, even if you're gonna be followed by the Moon. I think that here, this safe past milestones, the safe achievements, the whatever things, like, maybe that was great and all, but that's over. That's in the past. Now this is complete. Now is the time to see how you can fulfill your greater purpose. And it's okay to not know. It's okay to be unsure. It's okay to not know what that even is. But it is something that is important. Like I see here the Sagittarius energy coming in through 3 different cards, like in the universe with Jupiter and Sagittarius in Qybala, meaning unity, with Uranus and Sagittarius, and with Jupiter here, Sagittarius again. Like there's an expansion towards your path that you're called towards. And I think that here, this just, it might be uncomfortable, it might require navigating the unknown, but it is what you need to do. It is what you're called to do, and it is what I am called to tell you. And I have a card falling over. Oh my God. I don't know who I'm connected to, but we have here the collective unconscious as the other major archetype that has come out. This is again one of the special Qybala cards, and the collective unconscious, it could be the ancestors, it could be the broader wisdom of the world. We are in such a place of massive transformation. We need to come together as a collective. And how fitting is it that this card even comes up in my first collective reading? but it could be accessed through the mind, through exercises, through psychedelics, but it is the idea that we're all connected. And this period of transformation here with Uranus and Aquarius, this Uranus theme is also coming into the 11 of Wands. This is, the transformations are really here, and they need to be happening. And I can encourage you to find out what it is, find out your purpose, find out what you need to be doing. Your soul will reveal that to you. Your psyche will know, because we are all on a path towards individuation, however spiritual or not you want to be. Individuation is the term, of course, by Carl Jung, and he was the inspiration of why I picked the collective unconscious as one of the two new major arcana. But yeah, I think this is very clear that we are all connected in this sense. Through the challenges of society, we're being called to step up and use our intuition more, because our rational, logical civilization, I mean, it is coming to an end at the rate at which we're destroying the planetary resources. I don't need to tell you about that. Like, you need to just look outside. Like, I'm in Europe, where we have a massive heat wave at the moment, and yeah, people are more convinced that climate change is happening than they used to be. And finally, or I guess I was planning that this would be the last card, I have the 11 of Pentacles here. It's like such a fitting 11-11 pair of cards, you know. And here, if the 11 of Wands is about finding your direction, finding your vision, the 11 of Pentacles is about learning from past mistakes, looking at the cycles of time and understanding really, okay, there may have been failures along the way. There may have been moments that, you know, you lost money, you lost resources, you lost friends, you got older, but you got wiser. And this continuous transformation and refinement and perfection, as indicated by the sign of Virgo, through the transformations of Uranus, this is the path that you are going to be on, that we're all on here. Like, we are being called to really, I guess, embody this whole transition. And it's really scary, I would say, going from this page of Pentacles, very childlike, you know, energy, very youthful, to such serious topics like the 11 of Wands, the 11 of Pentacles. These are mature figures on their way. Like, if this could be Moses through the desert, and this lady could be, I don't know, some widow perhaps who suffered a lot of losses, or some businesswoman who just had her business taken away from her. I mean, there's so many examples of this. But finally, to wrap things up, I want to see what else do I have for you here as the last cards to end on the page of Pentacles. I think I'm just going to look at the bottom of the deck. And here we have Temperance. What a fun, fitting message too. So Temperance is asking us, oh, and right below it, we have the 11 of Cups. And if the 11 of Cups, so 3 11s have come up. A lot of initiations today. I mean, if you want to be very symbolic about it, we also have the eclipse coming up in a few hours. So this is definitely a new stage that is unlocking here, with Uranus having such a presence here. But here in Pisces, inviting us to control our emotions. Emotional dysregulation is one of the hardest things to get under control. And this is one of the things that can most prevent us from being effective in our work, in our lives. It's when we just let ourselves be victims to these emotions, to these waves that come and go. And the thing is that they always do also go. So don't let yourself lose sight of that. And also with Temperance as the last card here that came up, Temperance continuing on the lunar theme, I feel like here, just with the blues in both of them, is also encouraging us to stay moderate, like consider both sides of whatever issue you're discussing. Like, there's just so many things now that I'm gonna put it here as a challenge card, There's just so many things now where, we're so quick to judge, like, yes or no, the right or wrong. Many things are not so cut and dry, especially when it comes to people. There's, the saying, two sides to every story. And I'd encourage you to cultivate your empathy and understanding for other people, your patience, and also get into a state of more calm. Connect with other people and follow your path. This is the important thing. But like the 311s though, like these are, we're asked to do challenging things and grow up from this Page of Pentacles to not sure how we're going to solve this. Well, we're being invited to solve it, and we'd better rise up to the occasion. Hope you enjoyed this reading. Till next time, Qybala with Dan.